Hi Aries, welcome to the channel and welcome to your reading for February 2024. If this reading resonates with you, please subscribe, like, and leave a comment so we can grow the channel. And I'd like to hear your feedback. So, we have the Fool and the Hangman. So, Pluto has moved into Aquarius, and this is a new beginning. And for a while, you've been pushing towards this new beginning in your career. And this is deeper than just your career and your work, though. It is a transformation of how you see yourself, how you put yourself out there in the world in terms of your self-worth. You've really come to the point where you're not accepting anything less than what you know you deserve. And over the last few weeks, you've probably felt as a result of that, this new beginning starting to happen, but at the same time you kind of feel stuck. And that's really this transitional energy. So you're going into a space now that's unlike what you've done before. And the work that you've put in, though it seems like at times maybe it wasn't getting you anywhere, or things weren't growing or moving the way you liked, everything is actually timed out perfectly. So you might be feeling like you're stuck, but things are actually coming together. And the reason for this Hangman energy is that you need to, what you were doing is not like anything you've done before, because of the fact that you're approaching the way you present yourself to the world and the way you grow in your self-worth, and because of that, your value as well, your financial value, your material life expands as well. And this is new territory. So there's kind of this calibration period that happens where it's like, okay, I feel the new beginning, but where is all this stuff? Where is the success? Where is everything I've worked for? But this is kind of the in-between phase, because this is not something you've done before, and things need time to calibrate. And this period where you are feeling stuck for the first part of the month is really a time to calibrate and a time to allow your mindset to shift, allow this perspective to shift before all of this stuff comes in. And with the Seven of Cups here, the reason why it's so important to get your mindset, calibrated in this way, is because when we're talking about a new beginning, especially for you right now, you have Saturn and Neptune in the 12th house. And this is what you're creating for yourself now. Not only is it a change in your identity, and this change in your identity and this shift and growth in your self-worth and in the value you put out into the world, especially in terms of your work, it's something that you're pulling out of the ethereal. It's something you're creating from deep within yourself. And for a lot of you is going to be something that's never done before, or a path that people have told you not to take, or for a long time you've held yourself back from taking it for whatever reason. And with the Seven of Cups here, there's all this potential. You know what you want with the Star, but at the same time, there's all this potential when you're pulling out of your subconscious mind, your creativity, and creating from the ethereal realm like this. So it's easy, we see our dreams there, but if we're still lingering in old thought patterns and old mindsets, and we haven't really allowed for that shift to change, we can easily create something that is not really what we want. We can backpedal and create something out of an illusion or out of fear. And so, this period in the beginning of February is really a time to quiet the mind, get clear, and really tap into that internal realm so that you can get clear and stay focused on which of these options you want to pick and what is aligned with what you want. So, with Pluto shifting out of your 10th house into your 11th house, there's, you've had the revelations, you've had the realizations about what you need to be doing and how you want to do it and what has been holding you back before. And now you've put in all this work over all these months, and the new beginning is here, and you're going to see now in February opportunities, especially in your social life, come up for you. And this may surprise you because you're sitting here in this hangman energy, and it can be frustrating, but if you can take the time to explore the internal realm, go within, quiet the mind, because a lot of times this really has to do with our thoughts and a lot of lingering thoughts here around how things used to be or how you used to do them, and you won't have the same emotional reaction that you did to them before. But that's why it's important to quiet your mind and be able to observe these things and focus on what your main goal is, so you don't get confused and you don't get stuck, because there's a lot of choices that are going to be coming up for you this month. So as your career has changed, you've realized what's been blocking you, you've realized all the setbacks. Now opportunities are going to come in the form of people, in the form of events that you're invited to, relationships, and things will start looking up as we get further into February. As we move closer to Pisces season, you're going to start to have these things kind of come up and surprise you, really, because you've been sitting in this energy of all letting all of the realization settle, letting the dust settle from all the transformation that has taken place over the past few weeks. And by the time you get into the space where you feel clear, all of these things come in and they're everything that you really were trying to manifest to begin with, and it can come as a surprise. Now, there's a lot of choices that you're going to have to make when it comes to who you're choosing to work with and who you're choosing to be a partner with, and who, and what road you're really going to go down. Because with the devil card here, there is this, there's still this energy, because we're kind of in between. Yes, the new beginning is here, but it's very easy to fall into old behaviors, old patterns, because they present themselves as something good or something familiar or something comforting, and it can confuse you. That is why it's so important to really uh, be in this internal space to get clear on what you want, and kind of shut out the other things, so you can have this discernment when these opportunities come up. Something that is going to keep you held back from what you're trying to create, or something that has worked for you before but is actually toxic to who you are now, or unproductive, or holds you down. It can seem really tempting, especially if you have not allowed this period of quieting your mind, and you get swept up in this emotional confusion. So, with the Page of Cups here, I also want to say this is something new that is happening in the form of your friendships. And it can seem like this person isn't really on your level, but really it is this person is kind of the entrance way into a lot of great opportunities for you that are aligned with you, to explore new friend groups, to explore new romance, to explore new opportunities. And that could be very beneficial to what you've been trying to create in terms of your work, and in terms of also getting into new spaces, because you have changed so much and you want to move into the next level. And this might start as something new. You might not be able to see how significant this is at the time, but it's going to open up a lot of doorways to you to meet the people that you need to be with now, that are not going to get you entangled with things from the past that you don't really need to be involved with anymore. So this can lead to a lot of happiness and a lot of opportunities. And this is really a time where, coming into mid-February, where you can really flourish publicly, flourish socially, and in your romantic life. And it comes from choosing yourself. It comes from being able to navigate the depths of the mind, the illusion of nostalgia, the illusion of your mind playing tricks on you, what you've thought was good for you before but is actually not good for you, especially when you're trying to go through into this next phase. So this is a whole, the door opening to this new path. And that's why it's really important that you get clear on that, so you know intuitively what opportunities are meant for you and what is your mind playing tricks on you. So there's a lot of opportunities for love. There's a lot of opportunities for celebration. There's a lot of, coming into mid-February and into March, there's a lot of new beginnings that help your career. And I want to point out here that there's not really much earth or pentacle energy in here, right? We have the Two of Pentacles and the Devil, but this is where your financial prosperity is coming from now, is this ability to have that emotional understanding of self-worth, of value, of who you are and why you deserve to have the things that you want. And that's where this is all coming from now. And there are going to be a lot of choices that you have to make, especially as you move into a more public arena where you have a lot of people that are attracted to you, you have a lot of people that want to work with you, that want to partner with you. You have to have this discernment of, is this a choice that I'm making based on anxiety, fear, nostalgia, or because I'm scared, or I'm scared of lack? Or am I making this choice because it is aligned with what I really want? And that's why it's so important to get clear, to quiet the mind and weave through these illusions of, where am I not being disciplined enough to choose myself, to choose to be the person that I need to grow into, to see my goals come to life? Or where am I getting lost in the illusion and I'm not disciplining myself, I'm not using discernment, and I'm getting caught up in burdens that, you know, they won't hold you back forever, but it will cause you to stay in this Two of Pentacles energy for longer, this Hangman energy for longer. It's really, this baggage is going to be there until you're able to discern through it. And it's kind of like this doorway now where you're weaving through the past and the future to choose what you want for the future, to choose the future, to choose to let go of the burdens and come out on the other side of that, with free of this devil energy. And so it's important to always choose yourself, to have clear discernment, clear intuition, choose yourself, choose what's aligned with what you want. And the discernment is also so important because, like I said, there could be people that come to you where you feel like maybe they're a little immature, maybe they're not aligned with what I really want. And, you know, you can use your intellectual mind, or you can look at a person in context of bad things that have happened in the past, and you know, you don't want to look at these people through that lens. This is a new beginning, that, and though it may look like something on the outside, this actually is the start of something new. So you don't want to look at new people or new opportunities entering your life in context of the past. You want to be open to the experiences. And it's really the game this month, is to navigate what is an illusion, what is a burden, what is toxic, what is emotionally draining, emotionally confusing, and what is actually in line with this new beginning. What makes me feel like I'm free? What makes me feel like I'm really going for what I want? What makes me feel like I'm really aligned with who I am? And once you can navigate this hallway of, you know, the illusion and the discipline it takes to make those choices, you can really come into who you are and really step into this new beginning and actually officially shed everything that was holding you back before. Pluto has shown you what those things were, and now you have to navigate and make the choices. So there could be times where you feel like stuck financially, especially. It could feel like you're doing too much. It could feel like you're doing so much, not enough money is coming in. You don't want to get caught in those thoughts. Like I said before, this is your mind still operating on the same habits, the same thought patterns. And what you're going to go through this month and making these choices and quieting the mind and using discernment is what is going to help you navigate them and really see like, oh, that's just a thought, that's just like old programming. I don't believe in this stuff anymore because I'm choosing to take this new road, and I'm choosing to have faith even though it's uncertain, even though these people are new. I'm choosing to have faith and choosing to be centered in myself, and as long as you're staying centered in yourself, you have your power. But when you start giving it to these thoughts, the scarcity, the anxiety, the emotional confusion, you're going to lose the power. So it might feel like things are slow in the first part of February, but it's actually setting you up. It's setting the stage for a lot of great things to happen. So don't fall into an old pattern or an old mindset just because you feel like there's money, the money isn't coming, or because you feel like this person's just going to be the same person they were before, or the same thing that's happened to me in the past is going to happen again. Don't operate out of that. Have faith, and you'll notice moving into Pisces season and moving into March that the more you've stayed in your power, the more the path opens up and the more money starts to flow in, the more that these people that have become new relationships, new partnerships actually flourish into something that's really powerful for you, not only in your career, but also a real partnership romantically or in a friendship that is something that you've always been looking for, but you didn't really, you weren't able to experience due to whatever baggage or situations happened in the past. That's over, and there's a lot of new opportunities for you to actually really be happy and actually feel very secure in yourself. And the anxiety and the negative thoughts, and like I said, looking at new people and new opportunities in context of the past, it's just your mind going through its regular programming, and it needs time to switch. And the more you make those choices for yourself to stay in your power and use that discernment, the more you'll train your mind to see the good in these new opportunities. You'll train your mind and your body to see things in a different way, to experience things in a different way. And soon this devil energy will be something of the past. You won't even remember that you used to think that way. But at the same time, this devil card here is also indicating the need for discipline, the need to let go of toxic habits and put in the work on yourself and put in the work to this new beginning. It's a new beginning. You have all of this potential. You need to enact the discipline to continue the growth, to act on opportunities, to continue to flourish in this direction. So you will have success. You will fully step into who it is you've been becoming this whole time, as long as you can weave through the illusions and discipline yourself to make the lifestyle changes, to make the mindset changes, to get in touch with your inner self and be able to navigate any emotional confusing or mentally confusing energy. All right, that's what I have for you guys. Thank you for watching. If you would like a personal reading, I will link it below, and I will see you next time.